what are we playing? We are playing Slay the Princess. We're actually playing the demo. It was supposed to come out today, but there were some technical things to do with Steam. I think back end things, and it got delayed till Monday, so that's unfortunate. But we're gonna try the demo. I don't know how long the demo is, so if it's not very long, I do have some backup games, and we're gonna play it. All I know is in this game, you're requested to kill a princess, and she doesn't want you to kill her, and not killing her is apparently very a bad thing to do. You could rescue the princess. I think you can. I don't think it works out for you. We're gonna try it. Content warning. Black Tabby Games. Oh yeah, they're from the people who made Scarlet Hollow, which is another game I want to continue. I just don't have a huge budget right now. But we did play the first episode of that, and it was quite lovely. It kind of had this sort of art style too. Let's look at our preferences first. I'm just checking out the volume. The volume looks okay. I think she talks, so... yeah, voice volume. Alright. I do love a game when they talk to you, so I don't have to do... I don't have to do the talking. Alright. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. And so, yeah, I don't understand how chapters work.
You're on a path in the woods.
They're talking to us.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Aww. That sounds so lovely. I love the art. The art is beautiful.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, well. Maybe it's time. Oh, we got options. Also, I can move around. I can look at that. Trees. I'm looking in the forest, and I'm very shaky because I'm cold. Anyways, explore. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Let's do that one. So we have, that's a lot of options. Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to cabin. Turn around and leave. Okay, let's, have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
The world ending is okay.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Nihilists. If I had to read that, I would not have figured out how to say the word, even though I've heard that word before. It's a fun looking word. Look at that. Look at all those eyes. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered... oh. I'm not going to get away from this. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Do I get to leave? Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go up to the cabin and slay the princess. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, definitely. I know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. It's like I said, I'm pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Oh, let's just go against the game. Sometimes the game
I
ends.
suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
There's a vampire game that I want to play, but it's a little. It's very sexual, so I don't know about streaming it. But one of the openings is you go to a house that happens to have vampires in it. But you can just like ignore the house and keep on going, and the game ends. It's like, well, nothing happened, and everything just goes on normally.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, that was a different voice. That's the voice of the hero.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
So I don't know if that's you just end up at the cabin, or because it's a demo, they don't want you going too far off. Also, yeah, look at this. It's so nice. We'll try though. Turn around again and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Ouchie.
Forever.
What's the worst that could happen? I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and ask me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Yeah.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Wow. I just keep on going?
But fine.
Oh,
Turn around
never mind.
and trek back down the path you came.
Oh.
Would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Alright. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go to the cabin, don't I? Oh yeah, well, I guess I started walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep on trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. We'll go for it.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone.
Except for the princess.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Aw. It's weird that the voice of the hero is the same voice as the narrator. Oh, I don't have a choice. We're going to the cabin. Be fine.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explore, take the blade, enter the basement. We don't need a knife. It's not our knife. We shouldn't just go into a house
The
and
basement creaks
take
open,
knives.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Or we could rescue her.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, she
It's
sounds nice.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We have 2 arms. Hi, just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Lie. I'm here to save you, not a lie. I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Let's just see where this goes.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I wonder what happened to this chain.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Oh, I like, and the voice of the hero is like our knightly self.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Forever?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
No.
Good. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on. Let's talk first. See what I can do. Examine the chains. Uh-oh. We're getting really
Only
close.
making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
She looks nice. The worst that could happen.
You're making a huge mistake.
It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, we're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Doug.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Wonder how we're supposed to get you out.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Maybe.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. If not, at least I can find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What?
Is someone else here?
Let me out. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh, rude. Let me
Your
out.
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
I guess this is where we live now.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, I know. Don't
Easier
shame
for
me.
whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I mean, it'd be difficult to kill her now, either way. How are we supposed to save her, though? That's the
I heard
important
the
thing.
door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the
So what is this
princess's voice.
cursor? It looks like a finger with a giant fingernail. Don't
If
worry,
we could
we'll be
just
okay.
get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Aw. We'll do it.
She barely
Oh!
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well, that was... This is disturbing.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
What?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Well, no, she
Or
freed
we could
herself.
use it to free her.
Yeah.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. She's been disarmed, at least dishanded. It'll be fine.
Fine.
I didn't have an option. I guess we've gone this far. We're a hero.
Against your better
Oh my God, we're
judgment,
cutting her hand
place
off.
the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I thought we were going to cut the chain or something.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Sorry. Oh, that's my hand. Now that it has a blade in it. And a bloody blade. That's what the cursor is.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Wow.
No, she didn't. She
Narrators.
smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Yeah, the narrator's just gonna, let us know that we've made a mistake and not let us forget that.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Who are you?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward
Hey.
and raises the blade.
Rude. Narrator.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No. Oh. Wow. Dirty narrator. We're gonna warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Rude.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
What's going on with my hand? I don't think I'm human. I mean, is that why I want to slay a princess? Why I think she's gonna destroy the world? Am I like not a human species? Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and
Yeah,
takes
we have,
the
like,
blade
clawed
from
hands.
your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Uh-oh.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Aw.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever.
It'll be fine.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I think we're fine. Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Maybe not. Oh, her poor dress.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around
She
you,
seems
your
nice.
limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Be fine.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Aw. Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the
Oh.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
I think Chapter 2 is
And in
probably
the basement of that cabin
beyond the demo.
is a princess.
So we start
You're
off
here
here
to
again.
slay her.
Let's see if we can do something different. Oh, no, it started all over again. I'm getting deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, but I died when I'm doing here. Oh, you bastard, you're in it for now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Interesting. Voice of the smitten. We're in love with the princess now.
Our beloved?
Oh, now we have a third voice.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about it.
Oh, sorry. Gonna try to save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wow.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Nothing wrong with that.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yes. You weren't even there, Smitten.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
Yeah. I like the
I'm not going to
Smitten.
argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Maybe.
Yes,
Unless
but in
things are
this
different.
purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Maybe.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't know.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't think she's so bad.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this
That's
place
very
is.
vague.
It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her, why couldn't they slay her? I think it is because we're not a human. We're like some sort of monster species. And I think she could end our world. I mean, if she's a princess and she's part of royalty or human world, maybe. This is just my initial thoughts.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't know.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Maybe.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me? Let's talk about the people. Why don't they do it themselves?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
Oh, we're
Call it
special.
a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
We're the special.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Oh, our voices are being, like, coerced.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Okay. You're being cagey. Why aren't you
Told you
telling?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
I mean, we should probably listen to him.
Right. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Where's the fun in that? I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Yeah.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Can we just leave?
Running away? What are you doing? We have
Oh.
to save her.
Okay.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
We're just gonna end up at the cabin, aren't we?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay. Okay.
That's
We're gonna go.
great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. Oh, it's going to resolve splendidly.
Oh, voice
all
of the smitten. We know what you mean. Oh no. No.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant.
There's
Its
a mirror.
stone walls
Was there a
draped
mirror
in
here
fine
before?
threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Was it this nice before? I thought it was run down.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. The whole cabin is different than last time. Exactly.
Very different.
I'm glad I noticed.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention.
You didn't
to the
exist
scenery
last time.
around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Didn't say anything about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
He can't see the changes.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There is.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Wow.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
There's a mirror. Why would you lie about that? I don't think the narrator can see the differences. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her. We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
It's right there. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Silly narrator.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
We got an achievement.
But it was there a second ago.
We rubbed it away?
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Interesting. We'll take the blade this time.
Take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Alright.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, we don't have a choice. I wonder if the basement will look different this
The
time?
door to the basement creaks
Yeah, it's
open,
much nicer.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Yeah, there weren't torches, it was
Basement
dirt.
almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Nice.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Our voices are gonna. Don't argue. You guys need to be in sync with each other.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Wait, we didn't have an option
Walk
to
down
say
the
something.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Can she hear our voices?
You know she can't hear you. Right?
Okay.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
All right.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
I was so worried about you. You remember me, right?
Yay! She remembers us. The damsel. To be continued. Oh, okay. We finished the demo. Finished the demo with the damsel. We'll. Oh, thank you for playing. There's 10 routes and 1 ending to finish in the demo, and many more ways to die. Well, let's just keep going. We found the damsel route. We got all these people, testers, and such. All right, let's try this again. Chapter 1, Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path.
Okay,
You're here.
blah, blah, blah. Killing a princess seems like a kind of a bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Probably.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
She could contribute to society. You never know. You could be in charge of armies or budgets and things. In their world, what are you talking about? Consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise you are running up against a bit of a ticking clock,
Oh.
nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
Before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. Get it? I'm not doing this. Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
And in the world. Like, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. If she is bad as you say, maybe I'll slay her. Ooh. We'll go with that.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
I'm gonna try
A word
one
of warning. If you go in prepared
run
to
where
hear
I
out,
just leave
she
and
could easily
keep on
trap
trying
you in her
leaving.
web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Alright.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
The hero hasn't shown up yet.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Oh, there he
She's a
there he is.
princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior
There
of
it
the
is.
cabin
There's
is
no
almost
mirror.
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Alright.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Just because last
The door to the
time
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase
we
faintly
got the
illuminated
blade
by
anyway.
an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Of course, I guess
The
she
air
could have
feels
just
heavy and damp.
bitten off her
A hint
hand
of rot filtering from the ancient
we just didn't
wall.
have a blade.
If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That's different.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
The voice is different.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Yeah, her voice is different.
You walk down
She's
the stairs
different.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the
Because
far
I came in with the knife. She's aggressive because I have the knife.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
It's because we have the knife. What? No way. Why'd you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Steal your nerves and step forward. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
She seems like she might be better with a knife this time around. She seems a little more focused. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Okay, she looks the same, but her expression is different.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're going to end the world. There's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you have to say about that? There's so much stuff. What's your name? How long have you been here? You know I'm here to kill you. Fucked enough. There are people out there who think you're a threat to the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Just be honest. Honesty is the best policy.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you gonna do if I let you out? I'm hoping you'd tell me. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you. I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
I'm trying to save. We're trying to see if we can rescue the princess.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
We'll examine the chains.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
No, we know that.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there wasn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
I don't want to cut off her hand. I want
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let me out.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Yeah.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Is he gonna... You can save the princess? Oh,
Against your
we're
better
just gonna do that
judgment,
again.
You place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Wow.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Are you gonna
You can't just
do
let her
this
escape
again?
into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises.
Little Sushi. Hi. Nothing going on here. It's good to see you. We're trying
Wait,
to save this
this is
princess,
bad. You
but
can't
our
just do
narrator wants to kill her.
Watch me.
You can try to... Yeah, this looks, We're gonna warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Oh.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
So she's supposed to end the world somehow, and we're supposed to
Stop
slay
it.
her.
Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Last time we resisted and she ended up killing us. We'll slay her once, I guess.
Swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air.
Are we gonna miss?
She's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically.
Uh-oh.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to...
Oh, sorry. I keep on hitting the right button. So, yeah.
Every blow is
I
as
guess
punishing
killing her
as
isn't as easy as I
you feel
thought.
bones shatter with
I know
every
not
hit.
killing her is pretty
Unknown
hard too.
ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Just stomping us.
You poor Aang. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
Wow. There's parts on the internet that would like this.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a
Maybe
weight
not.
you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh no. Chapter 2, The Tower. That's different. I guess our chapter
You're on a
2's
path
changed depending on
through the
how we
woods, and
do
at the end of
things.
that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, how's it going, Lil Sushi? How was your week? I'm getting deja vu. But I died. She's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Oh.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's
know.
just going to kill us again.
We got an ad break. That's okay. Ad breaks happen. Okay. The voice of the broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you
That's
spend
different.
the whole
Last time we
second-guessing
were
her.
smitten with her. Because she was aggressive and like beat the crap out of us. I guess it changed. Let's turn around and leave.
We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her, so we might as well enjoy what little time we have left.
Oh. Hope you're enjoying that burger and hope you can get some rest. It sounds like a long day. Kind of like us, we're trying to slay princesses and it's just taking forever. Yeah, we have the voice of the broken now instead of the voice of the smitten. You're right, we should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
I'm gonna see if we can just
Do you
leave.
even know where you're going?
I know we keep on going back to the cabin, but if we just keep on doing that... Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Yay. Turn around and leave
Really
again.
keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah, we got it. We know. Yeah, good. Maybe everyone should die.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Well,
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I'm gonna see how many times we can do this.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
He's right. There's no use trying to get out of this place, is there? It's
Aw,
like reality
our poor
itself
broken
wants us
voice.
to die all over again.
It's so sad. Oh yeah, well, guess I'll just start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm gonna just keep on trekking through the wilderness.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Yeah. Much pressure.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Cabin's here.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
And the music is messed up too.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
I wonder if there's just lots of different cabins, or...
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, this isn't normal. Oh, sorry. You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? Doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you. You're just gonna do whatever you can to shrink your responsibilities, because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. Well, maybe. It's the same voice, but there's different inflections. Like, there's the narrator who's narrating it. The voice of the hero is our desire to save the princess. And the voice of, what was it?
You've doomed us all.
The other voice is like
Of course.
our defeated voice.
Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
But they're basically the same voice. They're just in different moods. Because my previous playthrough, I had the voice of the smitten, and it was us being in love with the princess.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost.
Oh, we
in the
got
woods
an
really matters,
achievement for
because
that.
It isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, I guess the world ended. To be continued. Yeah, like I said, I'm playing the demo because this game was supposed to come out today, but there was an issue with Steam, and so it got delayed till Monday. So we're gonna just try out. We're gonna try out the demos. There's 10 routes, and one ending to find in the demo. Many more ways to die. I guess dying isn't an ending. We got all the people. It's interesting. Oh, she's so sad. I want to try to rescue her without cutting off her arm. I don't know how to do that though. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path. You're here to
We already saw this. The end of the world. What are you talking about? Killing a princess seems bad. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. We could just go for it. Let's go for it. Let's just go for it.
That's the spirit.
Let's make the narrator happy this time around.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I love the art style. I can like move.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
All right.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I would like to play the full game to see how many personalities we get. Because I mean, we've got up to like 4 of them going on. And even
the interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
all
The
right.
only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
All right.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
All right. We're gonna go with the narrator this time,
You take the blade from
just
the
to
table.
see,
It'd be rather difficult
if we
to slay
can
the
slay her?
princess and save the world without
because
it.
last time we tried, and it didn't work out for us. I also want to see if I
Door
can
to
get
the
her out of
basement
her
creaks
chains
open,
without cutting off her
revealing a
hand.
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yeah, she gets mad. Like, her voice is different when we come down with a knife than if we come down without a knife.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I wonder if she's reflective on our mind. Continue. I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now?
We're
Why
just
don't you
gonna let her
come
know.
down and let me take a look at you.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Oh, sorry, narrator.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Steal your nerves. Step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I don't
I'm
know.
probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah, she's gonna like choke us with her chain, like a little Princess Leia thing.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I kind of want to see what you can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
It's interesting how she changes.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I think the narrator's underestimating her. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? We're sure she's not armed. We're just gonna go for it.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, she looks so sad.
You feel
Oh.
flesh easily give way and look down to see your
I
blade
wasn't
already
expecting to be able to
sinking
do it.
deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
Wow.
But I have to wonder,
Uh-oh.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Maybe?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Uh-huh.
But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. Let's just go with that.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back
I
up the
think she's a
stairs,
reflection of
closing the door
ourselves.
to the basement behind you.
And if we doubted ourselves, maybe she would come back to life or something? Maybe?
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Well, you did just kill a chained up person in the basement.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Maybe?
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
Okay.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good.
Oh, sorry. Keep on doing that. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy. I don't know about the narrator. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Thank you.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Really? I think the narrator's lying.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Are we gonna have to kill ourselves? I don't want to do
blade.
that.
We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
I'm not sure how the logic in that.
Don't you dare.
The narrator doesn't like it. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Right, I didn't like the idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing, at least for a while longer.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
The voice of the hero seems to
That little voice
know
didn't
things.
want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Better be right about this. Pretty upset if we die. Not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of hell? You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing. We'll go for it.
Die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
The narrator just kind of going through that. Also, yeah. We're not human.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Alright, thank you, narrator. The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here
Blah, blah, blah. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
You can hear us.
That's fine.
Oh, the voice of the cold. That's new.
To kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Okay, we'll just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah.
She will cheat. She won't be a problem.
It won't be a problem. We killed her pretty easily. See you to the cabin. I want to go. I mean, the demo ends. You go downstairs.
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft odor
Mirror's
of
here
dirt
again.
permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Yeah, the
So,
narrator can't see the window
isn't
or
much to
see the mirror for some reason. He can't see the changes in the room.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
Damn it. Keep on hitting the right mouse button.
and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Let's just go in the basement without the knife.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air.
So he does
Very building
see the
itself
differences in the room. He just
dead.
doesn't see that mirror.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Is she here?
Nobody's here.
She's
Actually.
dead.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Because last time we went down and she saw us, she's like, I remember you.
As
Yeah.
you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Interesting.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a
Oh.
chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, The rest of the body floats up to join the head.
She still has the manacle on her
This isn't right. What's going on
arm.
here? Ghost!
Ghost princess.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went. Like how you murdered me?
Yay, we got a different ending. Alright. I think we'll do one more. It's interesting to see how the different endings we can get. I don't think we've actually won one. Yeah, that was a good design. I really want to play the full game too. But yeah, the art style is really good. Just all right. Blah 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 blah. Can someone else do it? Forget it. I'm not gonna do this.
Serious? No, you have to do it.
Maybe ending the world is
Of course I
okay.
haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Sweet. I always wanted the off a monarch. Go to the cabin, talk to her. Telling princess is bad. Thanks for
Don't
telling me.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. Before she will lie.
Blah, blah,
We're not
blah.
going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Sorry,
We're supposed
there's
to
a cough.
save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't trust the narrator. I mean, I don't think the princess is good either. But nothing's
The
quite
interior
right.
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only blade is your implement.
Okay, we're gonna go in the basement without the knife. We're gonna get nice princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The
I want
air
to see if I
feels
can
heavy
get
and damp, a hint
her
of
hand
rot
out of that
filtering from the ancient wood.
chains.
If the
Out of the
princess
chains.
really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice
You know,
softly carries.
Living in a
upstairs.
basement is not a reason to kill somebody. A lot of people live in basements. They're usually more affordable. They're not bad. You know, don't judge someone based on where they live.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh,
It's hypnotizing.
it's nice,
It's the
princess.
kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't worry about it. I'm here to save you lying. I'm here to save you not lying. What happens if we lie?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I'm just playing the options
see.
now.
You're trying to get her to lower her guard.
Oh, so the narrator's
It's a
trusting us
gamble.
more.
But it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I want to trick the narrator because he keeps on getting us killed.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
And some people like living with shackles on their arms. It's true. Don't kink shame anybody, especially basement people.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
I don't know how to. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Aw, she's so cute in this one. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? We can learn more about her. What's your name? What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Aw,
Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
it's true. I mean, she is a princess. We shouldn't know her first name. Thank you, little sushi. I think I have a quote system. Don't I have a quote system? I forgot how that works. I kind of wanted to want to quote that. How do I do that? I don't know. I don't know how my quotes work. It's been a while. Eh, eh. Is it ad quote? Sorry, as we Does that work? Yeah. Look at me being able to do things. You can address me as Royal Highness.
Is princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess. Like being named Doctor and then becoming a doctor. Doctor. So your name is Princess. I don't think we need to, like, stand on that. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. She seems nice. I don't want to piss her off. I was sent here to slay you. Apparently you're a threat to the world. What are you going to do if I let you out? I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better. We're locked away. That doesn't seem nice. Sorry, I can't trust you. This doesn't add up. It isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Let's just talk to her a little bit more. We can talk about the food.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
We're just curious.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. that's hardly relevant.
Like, we just wanted to know what she likes to eat.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
If she's human. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Oh, stream elements and Nightbot are fighting. Whoops. Bot fight.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
That seems odd.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Of course I believe you. Can we just say we trust her? I'm gonna get you out.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's so happy.
You're making a huge mistake.
It's okay. What's the worst that could happen?
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
No, it's never upstairs. Or we can never get upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, these are like magical cabins too, so. Maybe, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
No.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, the narrator's definitely in control.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Return to the bottom of the stairs. We know we can't do anything.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Damn
She
it.
barely hesitates before raising her arm to her
I'm
mouth.
trying to save her
tearing
hand.
through her limb with the
I haven't
determination of
been
a
able to
trapped
figure out how
wolf.
to do this. Well, now we know she's been eating.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I don't want to take it. I don't get the option not to take it. I mean, we could slay her right now. Man. I don't want to. Because last time we did this, we went to save her, and that gives her us the personality of the guy who's in love with us. So let's slay her. I don't want to slay her.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back.
Oh, I feel bad.
The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Uh-oh, she's mad.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Oh.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
It's fine.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
That's not true.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, she's
Don't
murdered
waver
us.
now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Oh, sorry.
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
It seems to be an even fight.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
We don't have an option.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Let's just run.
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of it.
Let's just run. Screw this.
What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be. You rush up the stairs and dive past the
Oh,
threshold.
the door's open now.
You're safe. For now. You close the basement door,
Okay.
locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids
She's
heavy
gonna
with
kill us in
fatigue.
our sleep.
But sleep doesn't come.
Oh, no,
Instead,
not.
your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
I mean, she was biting off her own hand, so she could get out anytime she wanted.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
This is fine. You got a table to protect us?
No, it doesn't.
Turn me all you want. Doesn't ease. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead. Waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you. Bang on the door all you want. It'll only make you bleed out faster. Going to sleep sounds like a bad idea. You're not a princess.
Don't be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest, do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Really? We're gonna go to sleep?
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
It's fine.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
No problem.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
She in our dreams?
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty
That's
to
what I was
uphold the
thinking.
truth.
Paralysis demon.
Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
Come on, narrator.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She
Hi.
steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
I've really tried.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wow. A nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Getting sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
What's my
If you
voice?
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh.
Voice of
What
the paranoia.
is this? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met.
Yeah. This is more than deja vu. Pretty sure this whole thing's literally happened. Literally
We could
just
go
happened.
back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay, we're gonna go because we don't have a choice. I kind of want to see what the
Oh,
cabin's
boy.
up to now.
She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
The paranoid is right.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless.
She shouldn't
The
be
only
down here,
furniture of
too.
note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
I can see them. We're being watched.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
This whole cabin's different.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
Uh-huh.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Uh-huh.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
We're gonna look in the mirror again. I want to see if this happened, like something ever happens.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your
I think
hand
this is
against
just
it.
showing us that we have
I
like
hope you know how
some sort of
ridiculous you look right now.
creature hand.
Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
All right, we're gonna go. We don't need the knife.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours. You
Okay.
cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Maybe.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Hi, princess.
We need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Actually, 1 second. I know this is just near the end, but I need to do a quick BRB. Thanks for the raving. It was very appropriate rave music to go with this spooky game. We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs. I'm gonna talk to her. How hard it is to throw a knife.
You're joking, right? You didn't even bring the knife. Should we go back for it? Can we even go back for it? You briefly turn back. Where there once was an entrance to the cabin, now there are only more stairs. That's not right.
That's not right.
I guess the only way
The
out of
narrator's
this place
confused
is
now.
through it.
Let's step off between the stairs. Nope.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Aw. It's a good song. It's a good song. I don't know what was gonna happen. I was just curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Hi.
As you emerge,
Oh.
you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
Yeah, I mean, the voice of the hero is the practical voice. Their only downfall is that they know as much as we know, which isn't a lot.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Oh, paranoid.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Fine. Venturers go left?
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, hi.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Yep.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Hi. The nightmare. To be continued. Alright. So that's Slade Princess. I'm going to like there are more options. But I'll leave some of them to be discovered. Like I said, this is just a demo of the game, and you can play the demo for free right now. So yeah, if anyone wants to give it a shot, it's there. And like I said, the full game should be out on Monday. And if it's in my budget, I will pick it up. I have some other ideas about what I want to do. I want to try to save her as this while wielding a knife. She's more aggressive and more, I guess, I don't know, competent, I guess. So if we try to not kill her like that, maybe she'll act differently. Because when she was all sort of bubbly to us, she just stabbed us so many times because she wasn't very good at stabbing. I don't know. That's my only other thing to do. I want to try to be able to save her without cutting off her hand. I don't know. It's funny, like my goal in this game is to figure out how to save her. We did slay her once. I mean, I guess that worked. Oh! Oh! Hi. I wasn't expecting that. Can I click on you? No. Yeah, I was thinking about the Stanley Parable, just like the annoying narrator. But yeah, this is Slade Princess. It is interesting. It seems like a simple game, but there's a lot more to it, and I don't know who is bad, who is good, who's controlling anything. But we got lots of endings, and we killed one princess and got killed a bunch of times, and then the world ended because we decided to do nothing. So I feel we did pretty good. And yeah, on Monday, I'll either pick up this game, or I do have another game I'm wanting to play for this spooky month. But we'll have to wait till then. Yeah. until then, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank our chatters. Thank you, chatters. We gotta thank lurkers. Lurkers are love. And to the VOD watchers from the future, I hope the future is bright.